the freest One Piece. Since his life story was revealed, up to now, there is a sign of the gods on his arm. The fate of today's strongest king is visible to the naked eye, falling towards various intrigues and tragedies. Hello, everybody. I am a platinum child of destiny who has come in response to Let's take a look at this story that spans hundreds of years. Behind thousands of years of calculation. What are you hiding? When an acre of exaggerated domineering is spread from the Yang realm to the main realm, anyone can feel the seriousness of the situation. Before execution, Harding asks Gears, stay down and take care of Mr. Shanks. The latter is indispensable. It's people like Rod Statham and Gold Bagu has been presented to the elevator, ready to go. Considering that the Alba is lethal, Chopper also volunteered to stay and prevent any accidents. Luffy newcomer promises Old Man Sins, don't worry about arriving. Feeding Grass Cat Kid overlord color usage. You must keep that in mind. Those guys are by no means immortal. Let's sell it here for a while. I've left out the teaching part. No skills are specified. On the contrary, Wenyan solemnly made a promise. Borrow it and leave it to me. I will definitely redeem Cologne and them. Compared to the confidence of the four emperors, after Loki heard Master Gia's lecture, I had this feeling of enlightenment. He gained a deeper understanding of his own strength. And now I finally understand some network cables. Battle details. I had a similar experience and can kill the Cherry Regiment of the Gods. Unlock the lock and take me there. Helding just thinks this guy is bullshitting. He was reborn without any intention of releasing Loki. And in pursuit of love, Jabba sat up in shock, dying. It is said that more than one overlord color is used here. If you want to say that this cook is not sleepy anymore, is that me? He can't wait for the bounty from Riverland. Famous by Sauron, it's better than the mountains. He's holding his breath. Now, I have the ability to put the two opportunities far behind. He can't stand it even if you ask him to use an Too bad Java ignored the word virgin. Just get rid of the evil and boredom, then others will see. It seems the Overlord color has been well integrated with the body. Once Kaido also said that Sauron seems to have a bully color. Sauron denies it. And at that time, Luffy happened to be knocked unconscious by teacher conversations. Now Jabba is still confused about dinosaurs. Even Luffy is a little speechless. You've already leaked domineering, okay? I don't know, but Jabba was even more speechless than the Straw Hatter. He didn't expect to come to the yellow ball. Hindsight is hindsight, and I don't know myself so well, as long as Baji has cognition and will to become stronger. You can't go on like this. Can you bear the burden of supporting Captain for Emperors? This is the transmission of consciousness between the two generations. And the other one, Fumitalk, has said this. Recognize yourself. Recognize the world. How to enter the battle and to become a king. The golden armor will fight for it after the broadcast at 8 o'clock. It is certain that, after this advice, Sauron's power will surely explode again. Heaven's impatience is not dead, so ask me with peace of mind. Jabba hasn't spoken yet, interrupted by a conversation between Heldy and Roger. It is a possibility for the birth of the King of Chu. Now Loki thinks, you Helding Saber Bath. You have to rely on outsiders. What a goddamn shame. Clearly, I'm right here. Helding listened to the fire. I'll take you back immediately. Are you afraid that you are not someone who is going to help the government? No matter how you defend it. His evil deeds back then, always in the hearts of all Mrs. Elber. Unable to hit Thorn. This feeling of not being immortal is very bearable. Statham in the distance, they waited impatiently. I'm already urging Helding to get out quickly. After all, the victim is constantly increasing milk. Strawberry Boy calls Loki at the critical moment. Make a suggestion that surprises everyone. Loki, come be my buddy. That will set him free. Helding people are stupid. Surong and Mountain Crab rarely stand on the side. I'm afraid Sauron is too big for logic. And then I thought, this guy eats more than the fair. How are you doing? All Buff doesn't seem to need you very much. I think you are interesting. If anything happens, I'll blow you away. The advice of the four emperors is extremely piercing, and according to Loki's temperament, unsurprisingly unwilling to refuse others at all, refused to join on the spot. Keldon realized Luffy's video intuition. I believe in logic. So I just said I wanted to see Loki fight. Since we've been chatting for a long time, Goldwa Valley, they retreated to Harbin again. Harbin is ready to leave with Luffy. He was determined, Loki. I'll Bav's dead ball. Even if you want someone in your straw hat, I can only apologize. Luffy doesn't persuade anymore. But Jabba actually spoke. He also suggests unleashing logic. As soon as this statement comes out, suppressed the anger of the hero flower, finally detonated. He remembers everything clearly. 14 years ago, Loki killed 113 giant soldiers. Let Eren Roos suffer heavy losses. More brutal murder of the father. It is a sinner who can give up the remnants of history. This is the mainstream view of Elbaf. I'm sure Helding's friends think so. But Jabba also said something. It wasn't easy back then. He once felt with Shanks. An unusually powerful domineering force appeared in the castle. Then the two went to the castle. But I missed the truth. Luffy only noticed that it was related to Shanks. After Harding was surprised, finally decided to stay and go back to the Pact. He asked Statham and others to go up first. Luffy will also rise to Sauron to be a step ahead. Sauron and Shinzi. A little comment on the captain's addiction to Shanks. But stupid, listen if you want. Indulge everyone and hurry up. The truth has been buried for years. How many grievances? How much abuse? Maybe I'm used to it. Until today, Jabba's good words. Who else can you tell besides Helding? He's your half-brother. Helding immediately asked if, I'll give you 3 minutes to say it all. 14 years ago on that day, what happened in the castle? If you are still a soldier of Elbaf, swear to tell the truth under a mysterious name. The always arrogant prince can only smile bitterly at this moment. How can brothers go so far? You want me to remember the past that I don't want to touch anymore. Tan Fen touched the audience, and the soldiers who have already embarked on the journey. The worst day of Loki's life. Finally, it is told through my mouth. Go back in time 14 years ago. Theater Prince falls from the sky. The castle guard was taken aback by the gate. A closer look reveals it's Lord Yaru and his Royal Highness who have returned. The two enter the castle, take the lead, and go all the way to the town store. They were all summoned by Herald. But I don't know what the king wants at this time. Sister Luo's father's relationship is not good. He thinks Herald, the guy who sold his soul to the unemployed government, and his dissatisfaction with the unemployed government after Locust died at the hands of those people. The prince can be said to be turned against the bone. They even claim, if Elbaf becomes a government lackey, then I'll stand against the enemy. As for Aruru, represents a new faction that has lost its battle. He doesn't want to talk about national politics. Just hand it over to the young people. Then Luo Jing immediately hit the nail on the head. It is pointed out that Elbaf is now from the problem of top-to-bottom ethos shift. This is no longer a land of proud warriors. Many of the next generation will not be able to use weapons. Fools who talk about peace. This is the result of the nonsense of the upper class. The two disagree in the general direction. Kiaru is not as bad as Loki said. When the nun appears in the film, Yaru emphasizes replacing abstraction with transactions. And don't forget your warrior status. The young walks while chatting. When approaching the hall of the king, I heard some strange noises again. The attendant guarding the doorman. Thank you for coming in person. And welcome back, Prince Lodi. Lodi got impatient and told them to open the door. These blind soldiers still want to go through the whole sequence. Notify or something. Loki wasn't polite at all and stepped out immediately. Then step on the unlucky guy and the door together. And then Loki walks in. Then it appeared in front of his road home. It was a shocking sight. Herald stands in the center. Silhouette is like devil martial arts. It was officially besieged to death. But according to the current speed limit, both boys will see the end. Anytime villain. At the time of the shock of Logia, not far from the castle, the little home on the trunk where the wig was made for 3 meals. At this time, the wig is taking a bath with the red hair to save him. Have you not taken a bath together in 3 or 4 years? How is it possible to smile with red hair? The whole network has been gone for 10 years. Speaking of Roger, Jabba laments how fast time passes, and Toon especially for Shanks. It must feel long. It is worth noting that Chiang Sasuo on the wall. There is a pattern similar to the same pattern on Soma's arm. This is probably a big foreshadowing. Adventure through many years of wind and rain. The red hair couldn't help but sigh that life has changed dramatically. He wanted to be a common pirate with Bucky. But maybe it was Logic Power who told him something back then. Later, in order to pursue more secrets. Never be idle again, including Leelbuff. He also has his own plans. After all, you are the child of destiny. Jabba ends like this. He doesn't want to talk about complicated things, so there was a change. Learn about the little garden where they met the double crutches. Then Libley suddenly appeared. He called Jiamusi the Hunan army. I asked if the water temperature was appropriate. In fact, not only is the water temperature his hot spring location is really good. Wide field of vision. Acacia for this human being. Curious about forming a family with giants. I saw Pulley taking care of Karon while thoughtfully serving confinement egg tarts to guests. And the wine is ready. Mr. Xiangjun has passed, right? You have to mention that Jabba is in some port. And a few stories. Acacia was warned by Jabba at the beginning. Hey, you still want to be active? Leave this country. Guys, officially, they mentioned Harold later. Jabba asked if the incense company knew him. The latter, indeed, and the beloved Harold. There's a story in Mary Joyer. The redhead and the theater king got along very well at that time. It's just that some content is inconvenient to say. Acacia comes. In fact, part of the reason, just to talk to Harold. Before it's too late. The voice has not yet fallen. The domineering Black Thunder exploded in the castle. It's basically what happened to Rockafuin. People only know that there was a massacre inside. A generation of Ming army Harold died. I don't know who closed the door. Eventually, there is no escape. One was killed. If the brain is pierced by a sword. Also, someone infiltrated the treasure house of the Wishing Country. You get the near fruit that has been passed down for generations. In fact, it obviously has big eyes. How did Loki become the final champion? There must be an unavoidable key here. The character Harold talked about 109 years ago. If you ask what you are most afraid of, all seed dwellers will answer giant pirates. When these two tubes were still young, the fame of the giant cores spread across the sea. But also, why did the people of that province actually bound to terror Harold's kingdom ship? The most important reason. Just to take a look at a certain country. It is said that the beautiful princess led a team to the Luozi kingdom. The subordinate is helping him find the whereabouts of the princess. Harold's evil animal did not attack. Stomp it into the castle. He made fun of himself for being cunning. The crowd fled. A whim brings many disasters. This is Harold the Young Snake. He is 45 years old. That's the human equivalent of 15 years. Has become the king of Elbaf. Full column watering, 5 columns of indulgence. Turned him into a complete scumbag. Who is your god now? Harold is laughing wildly. The above is all the beauty in 1,152 words. It won't close next week. I am Platinum. See you next time.